Hi everyone, it is Alex with Holistic Movement Pilates. Today I have a full body workout for you on the reformer using a circle band, so a little resistance band. I would grab like a medium to a heavy resistance band. We're gonna do a lot of abduction today, so away from the body. And then optional will be a ball as well because we will be doing some sideline work. If you don't have one, you technically don't need one. If you don't wanna use a ball, you don't have to use it, but again, we will use it for sideline. One heavy spring, one light spring on your reformer. Foot bars are gonna go all the way down. We're gonna lie ourselves down onto our carriages. And then when we get down, I'm gonna take my band, it's gonna go around my legs above my knees. And then once I get it around my legs above my knees, I'm gonna reach behind me and grab my short loops into my hands. Now, arms are gonna go straight up to the ceiling. Our hands are right over our shoulders, neutral spines, and then we're picking our knees up into a tabletop position. Now, I'm not pulling the band apart quite yet. I have just a little opening up of my knees and my feet are going to be together. On an exhale, I'm gonna pull my arms straight down towards the carriage, and then on our inhales, we're gonna return our arms back up to the ceiling. So again, we're gonna exhale, pull straight down, and we're gonna inhale to return back up. Thinking as we pull down, we are engaging our core. Okay, we're gonna go for 2 more. And then last one, exhale, pull, and then inhale, return. Now, same arm movement, but we're gonna add in the legs. Make sure your feet stay together. So now when I pull my arms down, I'm gonna pull my knees apart into abduction. And then as I return my arms back up, I'm gonna release that pull. So every time I pull down, I'm gonna pull my band apart, and then I'm gonna inhale, release. Exhale, pull, inhale, release. So we want the outsides of the legs into the outsides of the glutes firing to pull it apart and release. We're gonna do 3. And then last one. All right, now once we come back up, we're gonna pause. Keep the feet together, keep the knees slightly apart. Make sure that those knees stay up in our tabletop position. We're gonna add in ab curls now. So as we press and curl up, we're still pulling the band apart with the knees, and then we're inhaling to return back down. So again, press, curl, pull the band apart with the knees, inhaling as we return back down with control. Exhale, press, curl, pull, inhale, release. Let's keep going. I'm gonna do 4 more. And then last one. Now, once we come up on this curl, we're gonna hold ourselves at the top. So don't lose your curls, release to pull the band, and exhale, pull it apart. So inhale, release, exhale to pull, inhale, release, exhale, pull. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna return ourselves back down. Feel free to give it a little stretch. You can sway your knees, you can hug them, you can stretch them, whatever feels best. Now, we're gonna do that same series. So no legs, and we add in the legs, and we add in the curls, and then we hold, but we're changing up the arms. So arms are going back up to the ceiling. Knees up into a tabletop position. Make sure that your feet stay together. Arms open out to a T. On an exhale, we're just gonna press our palms to our hips. We're gonna inhale, open out to a T. Exhale, palms to hips. Inhale out to a T. We want our lats and our biceps engaged. Again, we're not adding in the band quite yet. 3 more. Okay, last one, exhale, press. And inhale, open. Now we add in the pull. So as we press our palms to our hips, that's when we're gonna pull the knees apart. As our arms open back out to a T, release. So as we press our palms to our hips, we pull the knees apart and we inhale to release. Exhale and inhale, release. Two more. And then last one, exhale, press. And inhale, open. Now we add in our curls. Ready? Let's press, curl, pull that band apart again with your knees. Inhaling as we return back down. Exhale, press, curl, pull those bands apart. Inhale, return right to those bra lines. We're gonna do 3 more. All right, now on our last one, we're gonna hold at the top, release the pull, exhale, pull it apart, inhale, release, exhale, pull, release, exhale, pull, keep going, 5, 2, 1, and then we can return ourselves back down. Okay, feel free to give it a nice little stretch. You can sway your knees, you can hug them, you can stretch them, whatever feels good. We are going to take our bands, they're gonna go around our ankles rather than being around our knees. The arms are gonna reach back up to the ceiling again. Our knees go back up into our tabletop position. Now, knees, feet are parallel with each other, so obviously the knees are apart. Ab curls, leg extensions. We're gonna press, curl, reach our legs out away from us. We're gonna inhale, return back down. Exhale, press, curl, reach those legs. Inhale, return. Legs go down to a challenging level. Let's do 2 more. Now on our last one, we're gonna hold ourselves at the top. We pull the band apart, release, we pull, release. Make sure that those arms stay long. Hold those curls. 4, 3, 2, 1, bend, return all the way back down. Feel free to give it a little stretch. Now, same thing, but we're gonna add in the arms. So as the legs open, the arms open. As the legs close, the arms close. Arms up, knees in our tabletop. Press, curl, reach out, ready, open the arms and legs, hold, close the arms and legs. Inhale, open, exhale, bring it back. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1, return back down. Ooh, okay, hang the straps up onto the pegs. We're gonna sit ourselves off to the sides of our reformers. Our foot bars are gonna go back up to the starting position, and then our bands are gonna go back around our legs above our knees. Now, I'm gonna go 3 heavy springs on my reformer today. We are doing unilateral work, which, just a reminder, that's single leg, so just the right leg, just the left leg. If you want it lighter, you can go 2 heavies and a medium. You can do 3 heavies like me, or you can go heavier and do like 3 heavies and a light, or even 3 heavies and a medium. That's up to you. Lots of quads today for this work. So bands around the legs. We're gonna lie ourselves down. Headrest can be up or down. That is up to you. When we get down, we're gonna start with the heels on the foot bar, parallel with each other, sits bones distance away. Left knee goes up into a tabletop position, our right heel stays on. Find your neutral spine and hold. We're gonna exhale to push the carriage all the way out with our right leg. We're gonna inhale, bend to come back in. Exhale, push, inhale, resist. The idea is that the pelvis stays still the entire time. We're gonna go 4, and last one. Then once we come back in, we're gonna pause. Left heel is gonna go on the foot bar, right knee tabletop. We exhale to push, we inhale to bend to come back in. So again, the pelvis stays still. Be mindful as well when we push out, the right knee doesn't get pulled away from the body. So the right knee should be staying over your hip the entire time. 3, and 1. Okay, then once we come back in, we're gonna go arches of our feet on. Same thing, right arch stays on, left knee tabletop. Make sure that the left knee stays over your hip. Exhale, push, inhale, resist, exhale out, inhale back. We should feel our quads working to keep those legs in the same spot. 4 more. And 1. Okay, then switch to the left arch on, right knee tabletop. Exhale, push, inhale back. Keep that right leg in the same spot the entire time. I have 3 more. and 1. Okay, then once we come back in, pause. We'll go toes, balls of our feet onto the foot bar. Make sure all 10 toes are on. Little lift of those heels. Keep the right toes on, left knee tabletop. Keep that little lift of the right heel. Exhale to push. Inhale back. Adjust those bands if you need to. This one, you should feel your quads the most. Three more. And 1. And then again, once we come back in, left toes, balls of our feet on, right knee tabletop, exhale, push, inhale back. Keep that little lift of that left heel. Four more. And 1. Okay, when we bring it back in, we're gonna pause in. If you have your headrest up, just make sure that they go all the way down. Heels are gonna go back onto the foot bar. We're in our external rotation. So heels together, toes turn apart. We're gonna move into bridges. Knees should be pointed out to the sides. We inhale in our neutral spine. I'm gonna exhale, flatten my low back down, roll my spine up. Take an inhale at the top, and then on our exhale, we're gonna articulate our spines all the way back down into the carriage. We inhale in our neutral, we exhale to roll our spines back up. Pause at the top for that inhale. Exhale, articulate all the way back down. We're gonna do 2 more. Using our glutes, hamstrings. Last one. Now when we get to the top, we're gonna hold ourselves up at the top. So hold your bridge. Exhale, pull the band apart with your knees, release, pull, release. Again, adjust them on your legs if you need to. Exhale, pull, inhale, release, pull, release. So again, back to that abduction, outsides of the legs, outsides of the glutes. We're gonna pull for 4, 2, and 1. Now once we pull, we're gonna hold our band apart, so don't lose the pull. Little pulses out. I like to think like little butterfly wings. Only go out with your knees. Little pulses. 6, 3, 2, 1, roll. Ooh, all the way back down, and then feel free to stretch out your hamstrings if you need to. Now, heels stay on the foot bar. We're gonna slide them all the way out to the side, so we're right into our wide second position. Toes, knees should still be pointed out to the sides of the room. 1 bridge. We're gonna exhale, roll our spines up. Hold here, pull the band apart, release, pull, release. Now when I release, I'm letting my knees go a little closer than where they were at in that wide second, just so I can get a little more range of motion. Pull, release, pull, release. Hold that bridge for 4. Last one, we hold out, we do little pulses out, 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 out. Ooh, feel those glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1, release, roll the spines all the way back down. Okay, take the bands off, set them to the sides, and we're gonna go ahead and sit off to the sides. Now, we're gonna go to 1 light spring. Everything else comes off. We're gonna do a little plank series. So 1 light spring. Kneel on your reformers, face the straps. When we kneel, I'm gonna set up with my knees just a couple inches or an inch or so away from the shoulder block so I can get a little more range of motion. Hands are on the frame of the carriage. Now we're gonna stay here more into like this kneeling, abs facing back. It is going to feel extremely light with this light spring. Don't change them because it needs to be light when we take the knees off. So walk your hands out like 5-ish inches away from your shoulders, so my shoulders are not over my hands. From there, I'm gonna pull in with my arms first. So now my shoulders over my hands, and then on an exhale, I'm gonna tuck my pelvis, pull my knees in, and then I'm gonna inhale, let the spring bring my knees back. So I exhale to tuck and pull, and then I inhale to return. Again, this is going to feel very light. We don't want it too heavy because we're gonna make these a lot more challenging in a second. Think scoop into your core to pull, and then release. We're gonna do 3, 2, and 1. Then when we go out, we're gonna pause out. Now, more challenging, we have to lift the knees up. If you cannot pull the carriage in, take off the light spring and do this on no springs. It's much easier with no springs on. So if you can't move the carriage, take off the light. Zip your legs together, curl your toes underneath you, walk your hands out further than they were at before. So now I'm like, I don't know, like 7-ish inches away from my body. Curl the toes, ready? We're gonna lift the knees and go into a plank. Adjust your hands and feet as needed. You're gonna bend your knees, tuck your pelvis, pull the carriage in, inhale out, exhale, tuck, pull, inhale out. Again, if you can't do this, if the carriage doesn't move, take off the light spring. We're gonna go 4, 3, scoop into those abs, and 1. Okay, come down onto the knees, let your carriages go all the way back home. Feel free to give your wrists a little bit of a roll. Next thing that we're doing will be obliques. So same thing, on the toes, on the hands, we're gonna tuck, pull in, but when we pull, we're gonna rotate the hips to the right side of the room. Then when the legs go long, our pelvis should be center. We rotate the hips to the left, pull. When we go long, center. So if you need to watch, feel free to watch me. If you can't move the carriage, you're on no springs. Hands are on the rail. I'm finding a plank. I'm gonna rotate to the right side of the room. Tuck, pull my knees in. As I go out, I'm gonna find center to the left. Tuck, pull, and center. You can adjust your toes as needed. They do kind of move around a bit for this. Exhale right, inhale center, exhale left, inhale center. One more right, one more left. And then when you finish that one on the left, come back, feel free to give yourself a little stretch. Last thing that we're gonna do here will be pikes. So legs stay long. You can keep them zipped together. Curl the toes. Walk those hands out. Ready? Lift the knees. Find your plank. Adjust if you need to. Legs stay long. You tuck your pelvis. You hike your hips up to the ceiling. You go out. Exhale, tuck, pike. Inhale out. Let's do 4 more. Last one. Ooh. Come on down. Feel free to give yourselves a little bit of a stretch. Okay, we're gonna step off to the side. We are gonna stay on this light spring, so if you did take it off, put it back on. My foot bar is in one position. If I sit on my wooden platform, my back is gonna hit it. So if you sit in the well, or if you sit on the wooden platform with your feet in the well and your foot bar is hitting your back, feel free to move it down. If it's fine staying up and it's not in your way, you can leave it. Grab the straps off the pegs. Again, you're still on one light spring. You're gonna pull the carriage out. We're gonna step into the well, face our reformer, and I'm just gonna sit down onto the wooden platform. So this is where if the foot bar is in the way, if you're being pushed forward, just knock your foot bar down. Feet are gonna be flat on the floor. I have mine about hip distance away from each other. And then it's up to you if you go long loops or short loops. Long loops are gonna be light, short loops are gonna be heavy. If you want this heavier, you can go to a medium spring if you'd like. Arms are long, palms are rotated to the floor. We're sitting up nice and tall. On an exhale, I'm gonna bend my elbows wide to pull my arms back, and then I'm gonna inhale, extend. Exhale, pull, and then inhale as I extend. Okay, I'm almost wishing I did this a little heavier. Exhale, pull, inhale out. You know what? I'm gonna change to a medium spring. You can stay on that light if you'd like to. Ooh, yeah, that's better. Again, long loops are light, short loops are heavy. We're sitting up nice and tall. Abs are in. Okay, I'm gonna go 4, 2, and 1. Then when I extend, I'm gonna pause with my arms nice and long. Now, the next time we pull back, we are going to hold our arms back behind us. So I'm gonna pull and I'm gonna hold. Now find a nice plant with your feet. I'm gonna push into my heels and I'm gonna lift my butt up off the wooden platform and I'm gonna slowly lower my butt back down. Arms stay, lift off the wooden platform and down. I wanna think if there is a wall behind me, I'm sliding straight up the wall and then straight down that wall. Lift and lower. Keep those arms pulled back. Exhale up, inhale down. We're gonna go for 4, 2, relax those shoulders. Last one, now we're gonna go halfway down. Arms stay, little pulses of those legs up and down. Keep those arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Extend your arms, that always hurts. Step off to the sides. Hang your straps back up onto the pegs. Okay, so sideline work. Since I put my foot bar down, it's got to go back to starting position. 2 heavy springs. Now, if you're like me and you want it a little heavier and you have a reformer that has 2 rows for springs, I'm gonna hook my 2 heavies on the second row to make this a little heavier for my legs. If you don't have a second row and you want it heavier, I would go 2 heavies and a light. If you want to just stick with 2 heavies, stick with 2 heavies. Bands go around our legs above our knees again. Balls can go into your headrest. You don't have to use them if you don't want to. We're gonna lie on our right side first once you get those bands on. And then just a nice little sideline series. So hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, right leg stays down, left foot goes onto the foot bar. Make sure that your foot is parallel, left knee is lifted in line with your hip. So we should already be pulling the band apart. On an exhale, we're gonna push the carriage all the way out with the left leg. We're gonna resist to come back in. Exhale, push, inhale, resisting back in. I'm digging my heel in to the shoulder block. So I'm getting right into my glute max. Exhale away, inhale, resist. I'm gonna do 3 more. Now on this last one, we're gonna hold our carriage all the way out. We're gonna go halfway in, all the way out, halfway in, all the way out. Break with the heel, push from the heel, break with the heel, push from the heel. 3, 2, 1, ooh, and in. Okay, feel free to relax your leg. Heel is gonna stay on the foot bar. External rotation, so toes, knees point up. This is the worst for me. Push, ouch, right back in, out, and in for that external glute meads, glute mids. My gosh, this is straight torture for me right now. We're gonna do 4 more. Last one, and then ready, halfway pulses, halfway in, all the way out, halfway in, all the way out. Ooh. 3, 2, 1, and in. Okay, maybe the second row was a horrible idea. Flip over to the other side. Once we get to the other side, hips stack, shoulders are stacked, scoot those booties back, right foot on, the knee should be right in line with the hip. Foot is parallel. Ready, exhale, push out, inhale back. Let's get this over with. Exhale, inhale. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Hold, and then ready, halfway pulses, halfway in, all the way out, halfway in, all the way out. And all the way back in. Whew. Okay. Heel stays on. External rotation, so toes, knees point up. Ready? Exhale as we push away. Inhale back, out, and then make sure that that left knee stays down onto the carriage. Right toes, knees stay pointed up. Our hips stay stacked on top of each other. Last one. Ready? Halfway pulses, halfway in, all the way out, halfway in, all the way out. Okay, all the way in, out, relax your leg. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, set ourselves off to the sides. Our balls can just go to the sides, we're done with them. And then you're done with your bands as well, so you can toss those to the sides as well. Now, we're gonna go 1 heavy spring. Everything else can come off. We're gonna do lunges, planks, and then we're gonna finish off with feet and straps. So right foot is gonna be back onto the shoulder block closest to you. Left foot is gonna go onto the floor. I'm gonna push out with my right knee first. Then I'm gonna push out with my left leg, and we're gonna hold ourselves here. Stretching out the front of the right, back of the left. Okay, then we're gonna bring our carriage all the way in. We're gonna lift our right knee off the foot bar. Now I'm gonna step my left foot just a little further back. Both hands are gonna stay to the left side of the foot bar. We're gonna push the carriage out with our right leg, and I'm really gonna think squeezing my glute. Now my hands are pushing me slightly out, otherwise I do feel like I'm gonna get pushed forward off my foot bar. So hands are pushing out slightly out. Our shoulders are not over them. On an exhale, I'm gonna lift my left foot off of the floor. I'm gonna take my knee to my right elbow, so left knee, right elbow. We're gonna go center. We're gonna go to the left elbow and center. So I'm gonna go right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. The pelvis will move. Try to keep your carriage still. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now, set your right knee back down. Keep your left leg where it's at. Just push your right leg out. Keep your left hand. Right arm is gonna go up and over for a side body stretch. Hold that. Okay, take it back down. Bring the carriage in. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We can either walk around or hop on over. Doesn't really matter how you get there. Okay, so lunges first. Left foot back, right foot on the floor. I'm gonna push out with my left, push out with my right, and hold. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Try to get your heart rate under control before we go back into those planks. Okay, then we're gonna bring it all the way back in. Now again, I'm just gonna set my right foot slightly back. I'm gonna lift my left knee up, both hands stay towards the right side of the foot bar. We're gonna push the carriage out with our left leg. Now again, long leg, and I'm gonna squeeze my butt to help stabilize me from here. My shoulders are not over my hands, so I'm pushing partially out. We're gonna lift our right leg, hold. We're gonna take the knee to the left elbow. We go center. We go knee to the right elbow, center. We go left, center, right, center. Think pull the knee in and back, in and back. Try to keep your carriages still. Use those obliques. The pelvis will move. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, set the left knee back down. We're gonna push out. The right knee should be over your ankle. Right hand stays, left arm goes up and over. Side body stretch. Hold this stretch. Okay, bring it back in. Roll out your wrists if you need to. Not done with planks quite yet. Hands are gonna go wide on your foot bar this time. Left foot goes to the shoulder block furthest away. Toes are curled. I'm gonna push this left leg out. Now stay here for a second. I'm gonna shift to the left. So now my chest is like right over my foot bar / over my springs. I'm gonna hop my right foot up and we're gonna hold here. Now the arms are gonna push us out one time. Stay, so our chests are over the springs, not over the foot bar. We're gonna bend the knees, stretch the legs, bend the knees, stretch the legs. Arms don't move. We inhale to bend, we exhale to stretch. Abs, in, 4, 2, and 1. Now bend the knees and carefully come down onto your knees. Take your feet together. Open your knees a little wider. Hands on the foot bar. Push out, drop your chest. Keep your hips lifted. Hold this chest stretch. Okay, then slowly bring your butt down. Lift your chest, bring the carriage all the way back in. Go to 2 heavy springs for feet and straps. Now, just like that sideline work, I said I regretted it, but I'm gonna go to the second row, so it's a little heavier for my legs for feet and straps. Up to you, 2 heavies. Again, if you don't have the second row and you wanna go heavier, you can go do 2 heavies in a light spring. We're gonna lie down. Your headrest can be up or down. That's up to you. I'm gonna reach behind me, grab my long loops, they go into my feet. Then once I get my straps on my feet, legs are gonna go up just as high as I can hold my neutral spine. They're zipped together and parallel. On an exhale, I'm gonna pull my legs straight down towards my springs. I inhale to hinge at my hips, come back up. I exhale to pull straight down. Inhale, hinge, come back up. Bra lines stay heavy. Sacrums stay heavy. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hinge. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more. And then last one. Now once I come back up, pause at the top, Pilates V, heels together, toes are turned apart. Legs go down to a little lower than a 45-degree angle. We're gonna bend our knees in for frogs. We're gonna exhale to stretch the legs back out. We inhale to bend and we exhale to stretch, making sure we are holding our neutral spines the entire time. Heels stay glued together. Okay, let's do 3. And then last one. Now, once we push out, we're gonna hold, keep those heels together, keep those toes turned apart. Pelvis is gonna stay nice and still. Right leg is gonna open out to the side of the room. Left knee bends just like a frog. Make sure that your pelvis stays heavy. Push both legs center, Peter Pans. Left leg opens, right knee bends. Push back center. So just being mindful when the right leg goes out, the left hip stays heavy. When the left leg goes out, the right hip stays heavy. If you're struggling to keep your pelvis still, it's easier to have the leg go at a higher, like up diagonal rather than lower down. Now I'm gonna do one more with my right leg opening out, one more with my left leg opening out. When I push center, we're gonna pause, bring the feet parallel with each other. Legs are gonna go up just as high as we can hold our neutral spine again. We're gonna open them wide out to the sides of the room. We're gonna press down around, zip them together, and then we're hinging to come back up for a circle. So we open wide, we press down around, we zip, we hinge to come back up. Keep going with the circles. Okay, I'm gonna do two more. And then last one. Then when I come back up, I'm gonna pause at the top. We're gonna reverse, we're gonna go down. We open our legs wide. We circle around and back up. Again, just maintaining our neutral spines the entire time. It's an exhale to lower and inhale to circle. Let's do two more. And then last one. Now, when we come back up, we're gonna pause at the top, low backs can go flat. We're gonna bend our knees, bring the bottoms of the feet together. We can push our knees out. We can pull our straps in towards us. Whatever feels best to give those inner thighs and hips a nice stretch here. Okay, grab onto your straps if you're not already holding onto them. Keep the left leg. Right leg opens out to the side, kind of like our Peter Pan, but we're stretching. I'm pulling that strap. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, take that leg in, extend the left leg out. Hold. Okay, then I'm gonna pull that leg back in. I'm gonna let both legs go straight up to the ceiling. I'm gonna let my butt just come slightly up. I'm gonna pull my straps to stretch out the backs of the legs. Okay, then we're gonna take our straps off of our feet. We can hang them back up onto the pegs. We can sit off to the sides of our reformers. We are all finished with that workout. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me today.